Ark Survival Ascended is here. It is here for all platforms. I'm making this first impression / review after it has dropped on console, both PlayStation and Xbox. It's obviously been on Steam and Windows for a while now too. This game is one that many anticipated, many also feared, and it has come under mixed reviews throughout the community. So I wanted to take just a few minutes to talk about my experience within this game, if I would recommend you pick it up, some of the things that have changed, and if they are for the good or the worse of this game. Now, this game has been developed by Wildcard Studios and will set you back around £35, depending on which platform you're actually buying it on. Now, upon release of this game, they have, of course, shut down all official servers for the OG Ark Survival Evolved. Now, with this, it does mean we got brand new servers for this brand new game, and it is essentially a new game. They've changed fundamentally a lot about this game, things that perhaps they didn't even need to change. We do have very pretty beaches, very pretty water animation, and there's a few things that actually look really, really well. Unfortunately for me on console, I found this game just did not run very well at all. I mean, I've had major glitches. I've played in single player in PvP and in PvE. Now, at first glance in single player, this game looks absolutely amazing. It really does look very good in single player. I think it looks the best in single player, to be honest with you. And of course, it's going to depend on what kind of setup you've got going. If you're playing on the S or the X or the PlayStation 5, for instance, what kind of monitors you've got going and all that kind of jazz. But this game can be a very good looking game. However, when you kind of get into this game and play it with your friends and wanting to play it with your friends, unfortunately, online is really the only way to do that. They have removed split screen co-op completely from the game, which is a real shame. They've also kind of changed the way you tether to another console. So just like the old one, you used to be able to jump into a friend's world. Well, you can still do that, and it is a tether, and you can change the tether. However, even if you put that tether distance to 2 million, you really can only get about 150 meters away from your partner. So it's a bit of a shame, because that does limit you massively on what you can actually do. And I think the only real way to play with your friends now is on an online server, that being official or a Deddy server. Now, upon release, nowhere near enough servers got released for this game. I mean, you would sit in a queue for a very long time trying to get into a fully capped server. It kind of sucks. They did introduce a brand new system, however, where you can actually wait in a queue to be let into the game, which, to be honest with you, is a nice thing when it works. Some people get a lot lucky. Some people have to sit in that queue for over an hour and never actually get into a game. Upon release, we had a load of bugs as well, a load of glitches. We've had undermapping and cloning and all kinds of jazz when it comes to those online servers. And it's kind of what the community feared would happen. Now, I understand that we're 4 minutes into this review, and I've pretty much given it a very bad mark so far, almost across the board. And I didn't want to have to bag on this game. I'm an Ark ambassador for a reason. I love playing this game. I think that Ascended is going to be an amazing game given time. I think, unfortunately, Wildcard, let's be honest, they rushed what they had. They had a deadline that they had to hit, and they released a game that ultimately just wasn't finished. Now, they have brought in several brand new mechanics, some of them extremely good, some of them very useful, all of them noob friendly. So if you're brand new to this game, the game is certainly easier, much easier than Ark Survival Evolved ever was. And sure, that is for the best, especially if you're playing PvE, especially if you're playing rebellion against the environment, looking to tame yourself up some dinosaurs, looking to breed yourself up some dinosaurs, looking for those boss fights to ascend, and just experience the game at a very casual place. Now, if you are coming from that PvP side of things, the aggro side of things where unfortunately you could get raided as soon as you log off, I'm sure you've all seen those memes, then the game unfortunately is missing a lot of tender loving care. One of the things I think I am most disappointed about the game is the fact that they have released PvP, a game where you can quite literally spend hours upon hours every single day trying to build up your base. They've released it with console commands. If you know how, you can bring up a special little screen and you can turn off the shadows, turn off the clouds, turn off the fog, turn off the environment. These things shouldn't be allowed in an online competitive mode, especially when the game already is as janky and glitchy as ever. And that's just one of the many things that I feel needs to be fixed in the future. Ark Survival Ascended for me right now is sitting on the balance of being something that could be amazing and being something that could ruin positive memories, because I love this game. It's a game that I played for absolute years. It's one that my whole family happen to play now. But as you can see, these types of visual glitches just shouldn't be in the game. When we're talking about a game that has been remastered very specifically for the next gen consoles, for high-end PCs, I shouldn't be under the map. The game shouldn't be glitching out so bad you can barely see what's going on. We have floating babies, we have mystery tames still attached to other animals. You have to do a lot of reloading sometimes. And yes, now we are 7 minutes into this video and I've still barely said anything positive about this game. However, I do enjoy it. It is still a game that is very good. And once you understand and work out some of the glitches, once you kind of put up with and put aside some of those things, the actual core mechanics of this game is amazing. They have revamped this game quite massively. The introduction of baby dinosaurs and the introduction of being able to claim and tame those baby dinosaurs is pretty awesome. Just seeing them run around the map is pretty cool. The changes to the building mechanics within this game as well, again, are many things that fans have been wanting to be added into the game for a long time. I feel like you've really got a more of a free will in being able to build whatever it is you want to be able to build now. And so, honestly, I've got my fingers crossed that this game makes a comeback in 2024 and we stop having things delayed, because this game was meant to be released and pushed back repeatedly across all platforms. And so I really hope that moving forward, the schedules don't change too much. We now have our first DLC releasing in March, that being Scorched Earth. It's a free DLC that if you've bought this game, you will automatically get. So hopefully that doesn't get pushed back and things can start to look better on in the future. All in all, unfortunately, I'm only going to give this game a 3 out of 10. If you've never played Ark and if you're looking to get into this game, at the moment I would avoid. Wait till it goes on sale. This is a game that I would strongly recommend playing at some point, but is it worth £35 right now? Is it worth jumping into those online PvP servers? Probably not. If you are already an Ark player and you want to kind of get into it, then you know exactly what you're going to be getting into. Wildcard did not disappoint. It is full of all the mess ups you can imagine it is, but at the end of the day, it's still Ark, and there is improvement in places where you would want them. But hey guys, if you've stuck around to the very end of the review, don't forget to drop red banana down below. Just confuse all those people that didn't watch to the very end or that are just new to the channel. But until next time, I've been a monk, you've been a Chris, and I will see you in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.